Microphone check. All right. Norwegian Oiler. What's happening, man? How you doing? Let's see what we need to do here. It's LeetCode time, man. Yo, microphone check 1 2. Prop or Pro Panda Plays. How you doing? How you doing? How's the day? Day's chilling. Did a lot of things today, but it's nighttime now and it's algorithms time. I've just been trying to get used to my new Mac. You know, I really like your workspace setup behind you. Thank you very much. I'm trying to grow some plants back there. You know, I killed a few plants, but I think I got the hang of it now, hopefully. Is that fake grass? Yeah, that's fake grass. Fake grass and real plants. Wait, been working on my dance webcam game. Got difficulty settings on my monster taming JRPG. Got shinies. Dang, you sound busy, man. Yeah, I'm trying to grow a little garden back here. And I have, behind this wall, I have a lot more. I could show you. Have I set up OpenClaw? I have not, man. Everybody's talking about OpenClaw. Have you set up OpenClaw? Everyone's talking about it, but no one has done it. Everyone just reads about other people doing it. Wait, what was I doing? I was about to show you my little greenhouse that I'm trying to build. All right, I posted it in Discord. Hold up, let me just open up Discord here. Do I have Discord? I don't even have Discord on this thing, man. Look at that, no Discord. I feel like I'm 2 weeks behind on the OpenClaw hype. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on these days. Who saws them? What's happened? Tied his hair. I ain't no Jesus, man. Adam Learns Live. What's poppin', man? I got the Mac Studio M3 Ultra, the base model for the Ultra. And I don't know if I'm going to keep it, to be honest. I might return that, man. It's too expensive. Hey, Adam, do you have a Mac Studio, or what do you work on? Anyways, I have the M2 Ultra. Dang, it's been great. Should I keep it? Should I return it? I don't know yet. The only reason why I think I want to return it is maybe I bought it because my computer broke. My graphics card died. So I need something. So I was like, man, I'm just going to get this beast. But now I'm like second guessing because I think they might be releasing a new one soon. And I don't want to be caught holding the bag. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'll return it, fix my dang PC, and then hold out. M5 Ultra imminent. Maybe. I don't know. Which computer do you have? I have a M3 Ultra Mac Studio right now. Anyways, we'll see what I do. Well, until then, I guess. I mean, I bought my graphics card too. Wait, it's expensive, but it's also silent and powerful. It's nice not worrying about what kinds of task I'm throwing at it. Yeah, I do like it. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know if I like it that much. Wait, burn Arenko, how you doing? So nice to see you online here on YouTube as well. Do LeetCode practice translates well between different programming languages, like practicing with C++ and then use Golang? I think solving LeetCode, the language isn't the hard part. It's about finding the pattern and utilizing the right techniques to solve the problem. MacBook Air is, yeah, I have a MacBook Air too. So maybe, all right, I'm thinking I'm just gonna fix my damn other machine, turn it into a Linux machine, return this, maybe wait for the M5 Ultra, and then buy the M5 Ultra. But we'll see. I'll sleep on it. Which chip? I got a MacBook Air M4. M3 Ultra is 4K, yeah, roughly 4K. M5 Ultra will be 20K. Hey, I heard they're gonna keep the same price, but I don't know. I don't know. Why not just stream with Air? I don't know if the Air can handle all that. I haven't tried, but it might, maybe. 23 bucks on a PC is a beast, so don't even think it's not a beast. You can plug a monitor in. Well, I have 2 monitors. I have a bunch of other accessories. I have a bunch of webcams that need to go in. And then I do, I guess, if it can handle the streaming and all the AI stuff, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, LeetCode time, man. Hey, did they change LeetCode, or am I just not on dark mode because it doesn't save on my profile? It only saves on locally. Hey, how can I hide Leet rooms, man? I guess you can't. Did I turn it off right now? And then refresh. All right, there we go. Bobo Bebow, thank you very much for that hydrate. Can plug in 2. Hey, does the M4, can you get 2 monitors on the M4? I heard there's like up to 2, so I can't get 3. So that might be all right for me. But then I need more ports. I need some type of, maybe I'll try it, man. I'll try it. Because I already got that dang thing. You need M4 Max. Pseudo, please, what's happening? I just need to fix my damn PC, man. Just so if you said something after laughing at my hilarious joke, all I heard was lobster, lobster, lobster. Thanks, sorry you got the ads, man. I was just talking some nonsense about LeetCode, and still people trying to tell me I should keep or sell or return the, what is it called? The Mac Studio. 3 including laptop screen. How much time do you think you need to master DSA with LeetCode? To master? What do you mean by master, man? You could spend 10,000 hours and still not master it. But if you just want to get good enough to have a chance at passing some interviews, I'd say you should probably plan for at least a couple hundred hours. 1,000 to 5,000. Yeah, I think I've put in about 2,000 hours of LeetCode study, and I'm nowhere near mastering it. But I also haven't been super efficient with my studies. Anyways, are you guys ready? Daily problem. Longest balanced substring, part 1. You are given a string S consisting of lowercase English letters. A substring of S is called balanced if all distinct characters in the substring appear the same number of times. Return the length of the longest balanced substring of S. Dang. What is this problem, man? I don't know how to solve it immediately, but I'm thinking if there's a way to use prefix sums here or what, I'll think on it a little bit more. I have fully mastered the book data structure. I've learned all possible values. I can say them in several languages. Hey, Adam, did you work at Google? Is that true? I don't know if it's true. I don't know why I thought that. I forget when I don't write it down in my memory. What do you forget? How's the new Mac treating you? Smart coder, it's alright, man. I used to work at Google, yeah. Alright. Yeah. I used to work there too, man. I just quit. In November. So I think maybe I'm doing something similar to what I don't know what you're doing, like after you quit or how long you quit. But maybe, I assume you quit to go do your own thing because you're like working on your game over there. If you guys don't know Adam Learns Live, I think you guys probably know because I've rated Adam a couple times. He's working on a game and maybe he has like 30 days before it releases or something like that. Seems like he put a lot of work into this game. Wait, what's what? Smart coder, what's what? What are we talking about, man? What made you decide to quit? I've been out the corporate game for a little over a couple of years. I quit mainly because I just felt I was wasting my time. Yeah, I was getting paid, but I wasn't doing what I wanted to do, and I wasn't like progressing towards my ultimate life goals, I think. And I wasn't learning as much. I was there for about 4 years, and I think my learning slowed down a lot after about 2, maybe 3 years in. So that's probably the biggest reason why. First world problems, and yeah, that's why I left. I'm accumulating student debt to get a chance with Google. Yeah, I think Google is great for me, but I don't know if it's the best place for me right now anymore. What are my ultimate life goals? My ultimate life goal would be to build something that is useful for other people, like build it on my own or with a small team. But I just like want whatever visions to turn it into a reality and have like a small business. So I'm not sure how I'm going to achieve that yet, but I have plans for the next 2 or 3 years to just hack away and try different things out and see what sticks. I mean, I have some loose ideas of things I'd like to pursue, but nothing is like, no super concrete plan with every step. I'm just kind of running on vibes, man. But we'll see how it goes. I give myself 2 or 3 years before I have to go back to the corporate world if I need money, or if I can figure out how to sustain myself by then I guess I'll be free forever, hopefully. Why LeetCode? I've done streaming on LeetCode for a while now, and I think I'd like to stay in this space. I like to try to build something useful in the algorithms world. So I do LeetCode to try and band together everybody online so that they have a place to go to if they want to study with someone else or practice with somebody else. I try to like build a community here where other people aren't like afraid to stream their LeetCode studies, and they can like stream and help each other, and I can help and people help me or whatever, you know. So I'm trying to build this LeetCode community, man, and I think it's important that I keep streaming LeetCode even though I don't want another corporate job, you know. I kind of like LeetCode too. How is the new Mac holding up? It's holding up, man, but I don't know if I'll keep it. We'll see. I understand if you don't want to answer this, do you have roughly enough saved up to live off 2 years? Oh yeah, for sure. If I didn't have enough saved up to live off, I don't think I would plan to not have a job for that long, you know. J Lem, what's happened? So basically I'm taking up all my savings, and instead of buying a house or whatever people do with their money, I'm rolling the dice, man. I'm rolling the dice to see if I can figure out some way to make money on my own. I think, all right, this is what I told a lot of my coworkers. And this is what I used to talk to my roommate about like a long time ago before I had my Google job. Like, I'd say having a job at Google or a big tech company that pays you a lot of money, you're like a lion trapped in a zoo. And every day you get fed these nice zoo steaks, man, these filet mignons, but you're a lion, man. You're not meant to be trapped in the zoo eating zoo steaks from the zookeepers, man. Maybe the wild gazelle doesn't taste as nice as a zoo steak, but I think it's a lot more fulfilling to know that you're able to go out there and catch a gazelle on your own. And that's what I want to do, man. That's like my ultimate life goal, is to catch a gazelle as a lion. Simon sold Bitcoin and silver's at the top? Nah. Are you buying a camper van? Who told you that, man? Who told you that? Now you're a lion in the savannah. Yeah, that's what I want to be. Great ships are not meant to be safe at harbor. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Trying to depress us? We're still at the zoo? Hey, I just left the zoo. Time complexity of catching a gazelle. Who knows, man? It's a lifetime. Are you not scared of other alpha lions eating up whatever you created? I'm not scared of other lions, man. The wilderness is big enough for everybody. I can't. Alright, if another lion bites me up too bad, I'll just go back to the zoo. Hopefully. Gotta start with baby gazelles. Is that a tip, wizard? Steven Sagiball, what's happening? Remember the emotional moment when you made it to Google? Big growth moment. Yeah, that was a big moment in my life for sure. Anyways, it's all one big spherical zoo? What are you talking about? The whole earth is a zoo? Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. The other lion is going to bite us all. Anyways, let's think about this dang problem. So, the longest balanced substring where all distinct characters appear the same number of times. I wonder if we can binary search the answer. Maybe not. Because how do you know when to grow the size, or how do you know when to like, yeah. Because just because something of size 3 works, does it mean something of size 2 will work? I suppose it does. So if something of size 3 will work, something of size 2 will work, something of size 1 will work. So then we can try a bigger size, 4. Wait, what? All distinct characters appear the same number of times. How is A, oh, A, B, B, A. Wait. I said if 3 works, but then I highlighted this. That wasn't a right thing. Can you make the font bigger? Yes, thank you very much. Alright. What if you're a lion, but other lions are already using Claude to lure gazelles? Hopefully that there will be gazelles for a few years. And then once the gazelles run dry, then I'll be worried. But if anything, you gotta get a head start before all the other lions eat the gazelles too, man. Anyways, I think we can binary search this. No. Because 3 does not work, but 4 does. And 2 works. So 2 works, 3 doesn't work, and 4 works. So I don't think this is binary searchable. So let me think. Well, 3 works here, but that's just by chance. Man. I guess we can remember. Man, this sounds a little bit tricky. It might be something with the prefix sums. I don't know yet. Mike P. Funk, welcome to the party. You need a window. Use INJ to create a window, maybe? Yeah, I was thinking of sliding window, but how do you know when to grow the window, when to shrink the window? You know, so I'm not sure if sliding window is the key here. What's AI in this analogy? Javier D. I don't think about that much, man. Thoughts on Graphene OS? It could be a gazelle since there's a demand for privacy first tech because of ICE. I don't know what Graphene OS is. That's my thoughts on it. ZZ. All right, if we did prefix sums. Man, how do you do this? Oh, look. It's not even, we can have an n squared solution here. So I was thinking of like a ON or n log n solution, but I was not thinking of an n squared solution. So how does that change things for me? Basically runs applications locally without uploading data to the cloud. Interesting. Oh shit, my bad. Samet and Mox Joshi, what's happened? Why Midnight Simon is live early in the morning. I don't know where you're at, man, but it's almost midnight here. Did you solve 211? I'm not sure. 211. I don't think so. All right. I don't know how to do this, man. All distinct characters appear the same number of times. I've heaped some type of frequency map, but how do I know what to do with it, man? All right, so if I have a sliding window, I have A in there. I grow. Wait. I wonder if this is like some LIS stuff. Longest increasing subsequence. No. The DP problem. Wait, A would be good, B would be good. I don't know. Oh, I know what. N squared, man. N squared. Get every single substring. Generate every single substring in N squared. And then just check if they're all good. Why would I just do that? Here we go. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna make every possible thing. Let me think about that for a second. Yeah. So how do I do that? Like this. Maybe here I'll start like a new map to count each character. Maybe I'll not use a map since it's all lowercase English letters. I can use a vector of size 26. And I can use that to count. So for every string, I guess, man, will this pass? So add that character. We increment it. And then should I use a vector here or should I just use the dang? I think I'll keep the vector. Gonna go eat dinner, but it was nice to see what you get to say. Hey, Adam, thank you very much for stopping by, man. Enjoy your dinner. Using C++ is different. Yeah. Maybe a set. Yeah, I can use a set. I can use a hash map, but I'm using a vector because I believe it might be faster. I just have a hunch that it might be faster here. So I'll increment the thing, and then I guess I'm gonna count each time or something, man. Maybe I'll make a function to do that or something. I just use wait, this is yeah. That's the frequency, but I'll call it counts here. So if it's good, we just need to make sure that all the numbers are the same. I don't know how to do that, I guess, but I guess I'll just iterate through all the numbers. I'm gonna say, all right, if X, if it's set, if there's like that character in there, this is kind of weird, but I'll do it, whatever. So I'm trying to like skip items that we don't have. So that means it's not good. So this is like, if there's two different numbers, man, it's bad. But we just want to make sure all the numbers greater than 0 are equal to each other. So that's our function is good. So basically I'm just gonna check if it's good every time. And then if it is good, then remember the maximum. Will this work? I think so. Do I have to specify Boolean? Streamering, thank you very much for the hydrates. Hey, what did I do here, man? What am I doing? This is not a Boolean, man. Come on. All right. Dang, do I have to cast this to an int? Not the right answer, man. Why is that? That's crazy. It's always 0, so it's never good. Let me think about whatever I'm doing here. That's probably why. 5, 7, 3. 2. Let me think. What are y'all talking about, man? Water? What is going on? Why would I think that 5 is the answer here? It's just returning the whole string. So this something ain't right. This is always returning true. Should I debug with my eyes or put some print statements in, man? Wait, it should be different characters to be balanced? Wait, what are you talking about? If you start in the middle and move left and right, you could get it. I don't know what you're talking about, Mike. Hold on. I have a bug clearly in my code, but so I'm building the string, incrementing in the map, and I check if it's good. But then this is always triggering, it seems, when it should not always be good. So I'm going through all of my numbers. Maybe I'll just say, if it's equal to 0, we should continue. That's for sure, right? And then, all right, maybe that's more clear what's going on. Hey, I swear this should be all right, but I don't know what's going on here, man. I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to have to use some couts here. Put in more prints. Dang, look at that. 1, 1. So if it's... What am I doing, man? So I'd only... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. This is tripping me up. It's always entering previous. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's just some silly bug. But hold on. This is what my things look like. So A, B. Oh man. You know why? It's because I'm using the dang I instead of J right there. Come on now. Whose idea was that? Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Damn long. No, not long, man, this time. Should use RNC. Hey, I don't know about RNC. What's happening, Icy Black Deep? First try, not first try. Took a long tries, but there must be an easier way to solve this, or not an easier, more optimal approach. I basically did brute force, man. I'm not too happy with my solution. So should we try to think of other ways to solve it? Yeah, how are we gonna improve it? Because it ain't looking too good. Yeah, I was thinking, what if you move from the inside out? You mean like expand from the middle? Let's think about that for a second. So you choose an index and you expand outwards, but why would you do that though? Because let me think why you would do that. All right, like if we're right here, if we're expanding from this middle and we try, we go A, B, B, we're back, oh, this doesn't work, and then we stop. But do we also try one with one middle and one with two middles? The label vibe coder doesn't really do you justice. Hey, your mama was a snowblower. Welcome to the party, man. I'm not a vibe coder right this minute, but I definitely am a vibe coder, you know. This is regular ass coding spoop day. Should I even think about how we can improve this solution, man? There must be a... I wonder if... Can you do this in ON time? Or something? Should we just look at some answers? Is it possible in ON? Who knows? I understand I've done it the old-fashioned way for a long time. I'm just enjoying using the tools. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a little bit addicting, I think, vibe coding. Sometimes I just can't stop. I think I injured myself last week vibe coding. Like, my hand is... I got whatever repetitive stress injury or something like that on my dang finger from clicking around and typing around so much vibe coding, you know. RMS? What's that? RMS. Point blank Ted, what's up? Wait, so ABA, how do you start? Technically, if you start on 1 and 3, it'll be right. Yeah, I'm not sure if expand... I'm not convinced expanding from the middle is good. But maybe it is. Maybe I just can't see it, man. Maybe you gotta do both. But then, alright, we get to this. A, B, A, A. There could be some configuration where we would stop expanding, but if we kept expanding, we would hit, like, the jackpot, you know? Repetitive motion syndrome. Yeah, I think I got that right now. I gotta, like, take it easy. It's my clicking finger, man. I think I know what it is. I've been playing too much dang video games and vibe coding. So it's like always either playing something like this or clicking on my mouse. All right. ABA. I give up. I'm just gonna look at some answers to see if there is a different solution for me. N squared. N squared. N squared. Dang, space efficient. How? Well, I guess a vector is space efficient. Technically, right? This is just a no hash map. Yeah. So then, is there like a different way to solve this? What the hell is this, man? Whatever this is still n squared looking. This, but doing some interesting counting. So maybe my is good could be eliminated. And then we just kind of remember something else. Anyways, I'm over this problem, man. Wait, Javier D. Question: are there basic algo techniques or tricks we should master? Like the mentioned window, I recently learned about the first in, last out technique. Hey, for sure. First in, last out, you're describing a queue? No. A stack? You're describing a stack, man. Yeah. So you should definitely master those techniques. You should master how to use stacks, queues. You should master. I have the list. I have the list right here, man. 2-pointer. You should master using hash maps. Use hash maps for something like two-sum or prefix sums. You can use hash maps in. Binary search, super powerful. Binary search is not just for looking for a number in a sorted list. You can use binary search to find an answer. Like you're binary searching on the answer, you know. Sliding window is, I guess, a subset of 2-pointer. Sliding window, you have different types of sliding windows. Sliding windows where the size doesn't change and it's sliding across, or sliding windows where it expands and shrinks like a dynamic sliding window. Codanes, this is kind of, it comes up a lot, man. This is finding the highest sum in a subarray sum with negative numbers in the array. Merge intervals, I don't know. This is also like a common technique for interval problems. I think you should know how to merge intervals without even thinking about it. Wait, the issue isn't sliding window. Wait, who's talking about what? Who has an issue with sliding windows? Oh, the code. Yeah, Brett. Yeah, that's what I suspected. My is good. There's probably like a nicer way to do this without going through the 20. It's basically adding 26 multiplier to this, right? Could you teach merging intervals? Yeah, maybe I should. But merge, like, I think you should know how to merge intervals without having to give it much brain power and thoughts. It should be automatic for you if you want to be like good at algorithms or decent. Prefix sums is another thing. Like, you should just know prefix sums and how they work and how you can apply prefix sums to figure out some tricky things and why they're important. Prefix sums allows you to find the sum of a subarray in constant time after, yeah, so, you know, of course you have to like do a ON, I guess, pre-computation, but after that you can do O1 lookups for any subarray in that array and what their sum is. Very powerful technique. And all of these stuff, man, they're basically, once you learn all these techniques, then you can start to think about how to use them with each other, combos of each other. Sometimes you have like binary search and sliding window that you need to apply together in stages, or maybe prefix sums and something else, or, you know. So that's why I think it's important to master these common algorithms first. Could you make a YouTube video on merging intervals? I gotta do a lot, man. Hey, did I do a YouTube video on merging intervals? I don't think I did. All right, you guys want to see merge intervals? Let's do a merge intervals. I think there's literally a problem that's just merge intervals. Look at that, number 56. Let's see how many times I've done this. Look how many times I've done this problem. You wonder how I can merge intervals so well? Because I've done this problem 100 times, man. Hey, you didn't do any? Hey, I did some YouTube videos, man. Yeah, I did the house robbers, and I did like end queens, I think. I don't know. So arrays are contiguous, so you can search them fast, I think. Linked list, you have to know where each is, so you have to traverse them in order, meaning slower to search. Hey, Mike P Funk, what are you talking about? But yeah, that sounds about right. So merging intervals is important because of scheduling tasks. No, merge intervals is just a technique that you have to do quite often for interval problems. And it's like one of the most basic things that you can do for interval problems. Let me see if I can merge intervals, man. So should I just try and do it first? All right, when I was learning merge intervals, I struggled with like merging intervals. I don't know how to say it. I struggle with like figuring out how to detect if two intervals overlapped. I think that is what I struggled with in the beginning. I had to use a lot of thinking power. I was like, do I check the ends and then check the beginnings and then do this or do that? I'd use up too much juice. And then somebody taught me a way. Give us what your brain is thinking about when dissecting this problem. But I've already dissected this a bunch of times. So my brain doesn't think the same way as it would normally. But basically, first, what I want to do is I want to iterate through and figure out if two intervals overlap. So right now, I don't think they give us them sorted, but the first thing we should probably do is sort the intervals. That way, we can detect if two intervals overlap. It might help if I were to draw it out. I enjoy interval problems sometimes because I think it looks cool if you're able to like draw it out ASCII style. So I'm gonna try that. So these are my intervals, 6, 7, 8. It goes up to 18, yeah? So we don't need these. Here we go. Let's make it a little bit so it all fits, right? So the first interval, 1 to 3. Next interval, 2 to 6. 8 to 10. And then 15 to 18. So this is how we can look at the interval. This is how the intervals are when they're sorted, right? Wait, I'm seeing these tricks. Yeah, I think it looks cool if you can like draw this live in an interview. Wait, did you do the virtual? I'm gonna do the virtual next, BetSimp. But man, if you get a problem in an interview and then you can just draw the intervals like this in less than a minute and explain your thought process like this with ASCII art, that whoever is interviewed and then you actually did the problem correctly and you got optimal time complexity, I'd say whoever interviewed you, they're gonna be like, strong hire. Bobo B-Bow is a dang exceptional candidate, you know. So that's why I think it's more than just knowing how to solve the problem. It's also like looking good while you solve the problem, man. So anyways, merge interval is like you go through, you can see these two intervals overlap. So we just want to like combine this to make it be represented as a single interval like that, all the way to that. And then if you go and then you don't see another overlap, then you take that one big interval that we got and we just save it. Like, okay, now our interval is just that big, you know, like however long, 1 to 6. And then we see this next interval and it doesn't overlap with anything. So we can just put that, that's another interval we got too, from 8 to 10. And then this last interval also doesn't overlap with anything. So we can just put that where it was too. And then in the end, we just return these intervals. And I'm going to show you how I like to code it up. Let me see if I can do it one shot. Like I should be able to, but I'm out of practice. So how do I turn if overlap into C++? All right, here we go. I'm iterating through. First, how do you do merge intervals, man? You have to remember your previous interval, right? So I'd be like, vector int previous is the first one. So let me see. There'll be at least one interval. That's good. So this is the very first interval, and then we're just going to iterate through, starting from index 1, which is the second interval, and we're going to just check if overlap. So how do we check that? I'm going to just put in comments now. If it overlaps, then we merge. And then if it doesn't overlap, we add it to the answer or something. So we'll create the answer, vector int. These are the merged intervals. So if it doesn't overlap, we push back whatever our previous interval was. And then the previous one now becomes the current interval. So how do we figure out if they overlap? So much memory use? What are you talking about, man? We don't check memory for LeetCode. Anyways. What are we doing? How do we know if they overlap? That's where there's this trick. So these two intervals, if we take the mins of the maxes and the max of the mins and compare them. So if we took the maximum of this interval, which is 3, and the minimum of the other interval, which is here 2. If the minimum is less than or equal to the maximum, then we can merge it. So these two things, I'll put X and Y or something. So these two intervals overlap. So you take the maximum of the previous one and the minimum of the current one. And since they're sorted, I guess like these should be. You gotta start moving these. Nah, for LeetCode, you guys do that? I don't believe you. Anyways, so that's like, let's check that on these two intervals that don't merge. So you take the maximum of the previous and the minimum, and they're apart, so they don't merge. So I'm just gonna code that up. So the max of the previous is just gonna be previous one, right? I'm just doing this so it's like obvious what the variables are. And then the min of the current is gonna be like intervals I0. That's the minimum. Is this how you do it, man? So if the max of the previous is greater than or equal to the minimum of the current, then they overlap. And then the overlapped interval now becomes the minimum of the minimum of the starts this is gonna look a little ugly, and the maximum of the ends, pretty much. Is this how you do it, man? And then here you gotta do one last pushback for the last interval. I hope that's how you do it, otherwise I just embarrass myself, man. What did I do? Did I do it right? Jeez. All right, let's see now. Don't defense, what's happening? Come on, man. So many bugs. I hate when I make typos. Every typo I write is kind of like I fail the interview, man. If I was to interview. There you go. Merge intervals. This is how I think about merge intervals. So it's quite easy, I think, if you can just visualize it and stuff. But this is like the basis for a lot of interval problems, man. And you should know how to do this without thinking, I think. Wait, what are y'all talking about using moves? I guess Codeforce's GMs never need to move because every variable is owned by the right thing. What are you talking about? Never wrote a move in my life? Wait, who just redeemed that, man? What are we doing? I don't even have my thing. Hey, don't defense. Wants to do a little type racer. Are you coding professionally during the day? I am not. I don't have a job. I also never coded merge intervals except on LeetCode like a year ago. Hey, that's crazy. But you've done crazy merge intervals in your time, though. Hey, Leet Whale, what's happening? All right, we're gonna do type racer, and then I'm gonna do the virtual contest from last weekend. Wait, I don't think so. Usually you can do stuff without actually merging. Well, I think it's pretty common in LeetCode, though. You gotta qualify that when you say you don't have a job. What do you mean, Icy Black Deep? I don't have a job. I'm just a bum, man. I done so much LeetCode and I never had to do it. Well, I get, all right. If you know grandmaster techniques, maybe you don't need merge intervals. So are you just doing this for the love, or is Twitch your job? Hey, Slow Coder, thank you very much for the Prime. Let me add that to the website. Twitch is, I don't consider Twitch my job. I consider Twitch it's hard to say what I consider it, man. I think it's more than just a hobby for me at this point. But I don't make any money from streaming. We're his family. Yay. A side hustle? I don't even know. Wait, who? Hey, I'm adding Slow Coder. Yeah, thank you very much, Slow Coder. Slow Coder _ 1 sub. Very nice. Right there. Thank you so much. Hey, hype train. How do we get a hype train here? This makes no sense. All right. Type racer. Sorry, kept you guys waiting. Here we go. Practice round. We typing or what, man? Oh, we're typing. Don't you worry. Man, don't defense. It's just too fast these days. 116 in the practice round. You have almost 10,000 followers and 45 people watching at 10 p.m. on a Wednesday. If you're not making money I think my plans to stream may be over. Hey, I swear I don't make any money. Alright, when I say no money, I mean I definitely cannot live on whatever $100 a month I make on Twitch. If that. $100 would be a good month. Ain't no way I'm living on that, man. So I'm not doing this for the money. But I find streaming helps me stay focused, you know. You can get a monthly Uber Eats. Patty bills, what's happened? I'm not trying to... Wait, what do you mean a monthly Uber Eats? Like I pay monthly and I get unlimited Uber Eats? Or what you talking about, man? Because I'd pay for that. No way he's living like that via Twitch money, yeah. Alright, championship race. Here we go. I don't make any money. I'm just broke. Easy championship win, man. I wasn't even trying. Hey, don't defense. 99. Not fast enough today. Wait, just treat yourself to a $100 meal at the end of the money. Thanks, Twitch chat, yeah. Oh, monthly Uber Eats. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Patty Bills. Yeah. Wait, how much is that? 102. Monthly Uber Eats from Twitch. I stream like, I don't know, 100 hours a month. I make $1 an hour or so. Wait, 102. Let me put my name on my own Type Racer leaderboard. I think I put an underscore. That is my 23rd win. I'm happy it was triple digits. Maybe I can get one on the board today. Hey, yeah, I guess you haven't gotten one on the board today. Wait, teach a viewer to code and you can get a cut from their paycheck in perpetuity? What? How? You gonna pay me forever, Bobo B-Ball? My high school typing teacher was... Dang. You had a high school typing teacher? It's a crazy high school you went to. What were we doing? I just did merge intervals for Bobo B-Ball, and now I'm about to do the virtual contest that I missed. That's what we're doing. Hey, who won with only 88? Hey, look at the board, man. There is hope. There is hope for you. The slowest race, 60 WPMs by Don't Defense. Look at that. There's a lot of slow races here. Demon Puke won with 88 recently. I miss free Elo. We'll see about that, man. I'm apparently old AF. Dang. Wait. High school typing. I see. It makes sense. Tell them. Yeah, Don't Defense got the 60 because he was scared. That's how. He was scared of going faster. It didn't even count. I wasn't even going to put this up there because he was so scared. You're supposed to hit at least 80. So the minimum speed to go on the board for this type of race is 80 WPMs. But it was a death match, meaning one mistake and you're out. But Don't Defense is so scared to crash and burn that he went 20 miles per hour below the speed limit on the highway, man. That's dangerous. Can't be doing that. Anyways, that's the real story. Dangerous driving. I was going 80 plus, but then everyone else died. Anyways, virtual contest 488. I'm ready. Let's focus on the basic principles. Some days the merge intervals was useful to learn. Hey, Javier D, I'm working on it. I'm working on this big grand thing, and I would like to take it from the basics. I'm gonna go through everything real soon, starting from the top, going all the way down, and I'm gonna teach everything that I know, man. So if you found that useful, hopefully you'll find what else is coming useful. All right, here we go. Time is ticking, man. Count dominant indices. You're given an integer array nums of length n. An element at index I is called dominant if nums I is greater than the average of I plus 1 to the rest of the nums. Your task is to count the number of indices that are dominant. The average of a set of numbers is the value obtained by adding all the numbers together and dividing the sum by the total numbers. The rightmost element of any array is not dominant. All right, I'm just gonna brute force it. So I said the last one is not dominant, so I won't even count it. And then they say go from J to the ends. I don't even need counts, but I don't want to think about it, man. So nums J, and then what do we have to do? We need to count how many dominant numbers. So if the current number is greater than, what is that? Is average round down? Or what? Or should I do a ceiling on the average? I don't know, man. Oh, here it tells me 5 is greater than. So maybe we should round down. I'm just gonna do sum divided by count in that case. Do I have to put parentheses on them? I don't even know. I do it in case. And then that's it. Let's see. 2, 1. 2, 1. Should I send it? Am I gonna overflow? No overflows. I'm gonna send it. Easy Q1, too easy. Q2, merge adjacent equal elements. Dang, I thought I was gonna say merge intervals. Does LeetCode do lean proofs? I don't know what a lean proof is. All right, you are given an integer array nums. You must repeatedly apply the following merge operation until no more changes can be made. If any two adjacent elements are equal, choose the leftmost such adjacent pair in the current array and replace them with a single element equal to their sum. After each merge operation, the size is decreased by 1. Repeat the process on the updated array until no more changes can be made. Return the final array after all possible merge operations. All right, so I guess I just use a stack or something like that, man. First in, last out. Who was talking about Philo earlier? That's what we're trying to use. I don't know if that's what the answer is. It feels like it though. Should I have a long stack? And then, do I need to go through like this? I'm not sure about this stack, but we'll see. So what are we doing? We're checking if there's something in the stack and the top of the stack is equal to the current number, then we should pop and we should push. We can just multiply it by 2 in that case, right? Man, I'm not sure actually. Hold on. Yeah, that's what we should do. Otherwise, we should push the current number to the stack. And then but what if this equals to that once we put it in the stack? How do we do that? Do I put a while loop somewhere? Let me think about that, man. Right? That should be something to think about for sure. For example, if we had 4, 2, 2, 7, then we could merge these two, and then we could merge these. So how can I make sure that after I pop that, and should I push it? I don't know. I'm tripping, man. I should know how to do this. I don't know why I'm thinking so hard. I guess we can do like while there's something in the stack and the yeah, let me see something. So while this is in there and it's check, then after this we pop it. So this is the top of the stack, then we pop it, then I guess we multiply by 2. We don't really need this here then. And now it checks again and keeps checking. And then can I just push it here? Is this gonna overflow, man? Maybe. And then we'll just build up our answer while there's something in the stack. Pop. Do I have to reverse? Maybe. I don't even know. We'll see. Jesus Christ. 3, 4, 8, and 3, 7, 5. Let me add one more test case where it's 4, 2, 2, 7. That should be 8 and 7, right? Yes, it should be, I think. Should I send it, man? I think the overflow would be right there. If there's an overflow. Popping back only to reverse? Hey, what are you talking about? Popping back? Oh, you're saying I shouldn't even use a stack. I should just use a vector. What's the difference? And then I can just check stack back. Interesting. Or anyways, I think let me just submit that, man. I never use a stack anymore. I TLD once, always use vector. Yeah, that's sometimes I think that's like, what the hell is the point of a stack, man? When I can use a vector. But then I think, hey, maybe a stack is like has some type of optimizations in there, but I'm not sure. All right, count subarrays with cost less than or equal to k. Wait, I think stack has O1 guaranteed worst case. I see. That makes sense. Streaming on YouTube. Yes. What's happened? Sibore 9223. Stack is backed by a deck. All right, let me try and do this problem real quick because everyone says I can AK this contest. Unless you specify the container adapter. I don't know much about all that under the hood C++ stuff, man. All right, count subarrays with cost less than or equal to k. You're given an integer array nums and an integer k. For any subarray nums L through R, define its cost as the maximum in that range minus the minimum in that range multiplied by the length. What does that mean? The difference between the max and the min multiplied by the length. Okay. Return an integer denoting the number of subarrays whose cost is less than or equal to k. How the hell do you do this? They say I can do it, but I don't know, man. The max, the min. So it's a sliding window, and I'm just growing it. Yeah, so I use a set, or I use a multi-set, I guess. I don't like to use multi-sets, but I will use one this time. I usually use a dang regular ass hash map, and I do some weird things to count the frequency and erase from the map. But I can do this. I think I can do this. My sliding window is a little bit whack. So I want to, wait, can I use sliding window here? Let me think. Because if I grow the window, then my max and mins, this number can only increase. This number will never decrease as I grow my windows. It can only be the same. So that's important, I think. Unless there's negative numbers, which there isn't. And then we can always get the size. So as soon as... Dang. No. So as soon as we hit a good thing. Wait, what the hell am I doing, man? As soon as I hit a good thing, every subarray from there to the end should be good. Right? Like we can just consider the rest of the thing done. Oh, wait, we need less than or equal to k, not greater than k. Hold on. Is it still sliding window? When we grow it, until we hit that window, and then we shrink it and grow it. I'm not sure, man. Less than or equal to k. So the moment k is bigger, we need to start shrinking it. But then how are we gonna get a dang long man out of this answer like that? Because a long is a big number. So I feel like there's something else I'm not thinking about here. Six. Man, so many people solved it though. It must be easy then, huh? Lazy Schmear. What's happening? Yeah, this must be easy, is what I'm thinking too. Why isn't it obvious to me then? Let's think a little bit more. How many sums are less than... It must be a sliding window, man. Like, why am I doubting it? Wait, is it a prefix sum? No. Any subarray. It's not, because let me think of something else. No. How are we gonna find the maximum for a range? I don't know how to do that. All right, let me just... All right, let's grow the window. It's 1. 1 is less. We keep growing it. It's 4. 4 is still good, so that's 2. Then we grow it 1 more. Now it's 6. That's not good. So we have to shrink the window. I found 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4. Where's the 5th one, man? There's 5. 1, 2, 3. Wait, each individual thing is good. Oh, so 1, and we grow the... I see. It's sliding window, man. I don't know why it takes so long to see these things. All right, here's my bootleg sliding window. How do I do it, man? Oh, we need a set. We need a set. A multi-set. That's what I said I was going to use. So this is the right. Then I insert that into our multi-set. So each number itself should be all right, yeah? So I'm going to be like, should I make a function to calculate the score? So taking the multi-set, how do we calculate the score? The big is multi-set R begin. That's the largest number, and the smallest number is begin. And then something should always be in this multi-set, I believe. So I can just return the difference. It's big minus small multiplied. Oh, we don't have the length, so we'll pass it down here. And we'll multiply that by the length. How do we calculate the length here? R minus L. So wait, what is this? This is returning the size, but we want to return if it's good or not. So this is the score, the cost, and we need to find cost less than or equal to K. So while it's not good, we should shrink the window. How do you shrink, man? I think that is shrinking it. You erase it from the map. Yeah, and then here, are we just adding the size? I think so. I don't know why it took so long to see this one, man. All right, 5, 10, 3. 5, 10, 3. Should I send it or should I... Long. I'm just gonna send it. Come on, man. Come on. I had a little feeling that I was gonna overflow. Feels bad. Yeah. Jesus Christ, man. I'm gonna just cast everything. Come on. Silly mistake. I cannot believe I did that. Alright, Q4, maximum score using exactly k pairs. You are given two integer arrays, nums1 and nums2 of lengths n and m respectively, and an integer k. You must choose exactly k pairs of indices, such that they're all like that. For each chosen pair, ij, you gain a score of nums1i times nums2j. The total score is the sum of the products of all selected pairs. Return an integer representing the maximum achievable total score. What? Choose exactly k pairs. I1, J1, I2, J2. All right. K of those pairs. They're all within range, yes. And I gain the score, nums I times nums j. The total score is a... Why? What kind of problem is this? Is this... Wait. What does this mean right here? Like, why wouldn't I just pair up the craziest numbers, man? Let me see this example. That brain juice has steroids or something. I don't know about that. So let's say the answer is 22 because we take 3 times 4. We get 12 points. And then we take 2 times 5. So as I'm iterating through one, I just need to remember the best number, man. There's only 100 things. What does that mean, man? Does that mean I should just try everything? Let me think about what that means. It means take it or leave it. Should I just try take it or leave it, man? I'm gonna just try it. I don't know what else to think. Let me think how did I even do this? So if I don't know, if we go out of bounds, so this is out of bounds. Then I guess we got 0 score, right? I guess maybe we need K here as well. I'll say remaining. So you take K pairs, take it or leave it, K times. But K, yeah, 100 times 100 times 100. Well, the numbers could be up to crazy. Yeah, I think we'll be all right here, man. So at every index, we have 2 choices. We have 3 choices. Take it. What does take it mean? That means we take the score of I times j. That might no, that can't overflow because, yes, it can overflow. And then we're gonna add that to, I guess if we took it, then we gotta increment both. So I plus 1, j plus 1 there, and remaining minus 1. So this is one option we have. We can either take that pair and add it to our total, or we can increment I, and we do that by incrementing I plus 1, or we can increment j. Wait, I, j plus 1. Right? And then we gotta, oh, these are long longs. And then we gotta remember the best. This is what I'm thinking. And then that's it, man. So we start at 0, 0, and K. But now we have to cache it. This can't be it, though. Could this be really it? Let me just cache it. Vector, vector, vector. Cache. It's gonna be of size n. Vector, vector. Of size m. And of size k. So if this we've seen, so how we say if, ooh, the maximum score can be negative though. I'm not sure what to do with this cash because -1, oh, it should be long anyways. Maybe I have to use like a different type of cash here because a -1 value might be possible, right? Two numbers multiplied together. Okay, so yeah. I think I gotta use a map, like an actual map of some type of key. IJ remainder. How can we? I don't know, man. Pair int, pair int int. Can I do this? Oh shit. And then we're looking for pair I, pair J remainder. So if we find this, do I have to use a regular map? Or can I hash like a pair? I'm not sure, man. I'm gonna try. We'll see how that works. I could also build a really weird string cache key, but I'm not going to do that. I think it needs to be a map instead of an unordered map. Let me see if this even works, man. Yes. Let's change this to a map and see what's up. Ooh. Enum, nums, there's no nums. Nums1, nums2. My bad, my bad. $22, $26, 0. Oof, that ain't right, man. What do people use for negative long longs, man? Hey, what the hell do I return here, man? It can't be 0. Because how do I deal with this case? Oh, wait. Long is signed. Yeah, I don't know how much that is though. Is it 1E14? We'll see. Ooh, look at it. It's still 0, man. Should I just... How is that 0 though? Because we don't take anything. Let me just see something here. Yes. Something ain't right, man. Let me think. I just need to wait for the stream to end so I can review the merge intervals again. What are you talking about, man? Deagle TG, what's happening? Why is this not working? Let me see. 0, 0, which is -3, yes. So there has to be negative numbers here. So why do I not get negative numbers, man? What is really going on, man? Nums1 times nums2. That should give me -3. Like, there's no way I can get 0 if these return 0 though. Oh man. Wrong sign. The sign was the wrong way. Jesus Christ. Alright, can I fit max long number C++ to power what? 6. Oh, of course it's 60. Wait, should I use, no, this doesn't, this is 10 to the 2 to the 64 is 10 to the what? 10 to the power of what? 10 to the 18. So maybe I can just hit them with a, I don't know, 17. Is that crazy? Numeric. Sometimes I don't want to go to the absolute numeric limits, I think, because it can cause like weird overflows, but I'm not sure, you know. But this is areas that I'm not too familiar with longs. With ints, I know it's like, I see a lot of people just returning 1e9, -1e9 or something, because if you go more than that, you run the risk of overflowing. So maybe I'll just keep it at this, and hopefully it's gonna be all right. Should I just send this? -7, 26. These answers are all right here, but I'm afraid of overflowing, and I'm afraid of maybe my cache is too slow here, and I have to figure out a different way to do this. But I'm just gonna send it. Let me think. Why would this be such a weird number? Am I overflowing or something? I don't know. Streamering, thank you very much for that hydrate. But man, you gotta chill with these hydrates. You're like overly weird with the hydrates, man. You gotta chill. Like, you only come on here and hydrate and spam the chat with these water hydrates, man. Like, what are you doing, you know? Anyways. Trying to make me pee something. Hey, why is my answer wrong here? Like, clearly, this number times that number gives me this number. But when I do it, it's this number? We gotta investigate a little bit more. Let's see what's actually happening. This ain't right, man. Do I gotta cast this thing too? Oh, Jesus. Did I put that as an int? But look, it's wrong right here too, man. Come on, man. It's because I put ints up here. No. It's because I put ints right here. Jesus Christ. So silly. These dang long longs, I can't get rid of them. What the heck, man? Why can't I just figure out the long situation? Ugh, still not right. Hold up. What the heck? K is 1. How am I gonna get 170, man? Oh, it's because I don't check if we can take. I don't even know if this is a good number. Should I just hit them with the 18 just to be sure? I might keep it at 17. And then if we can take, then we should take. So many bugs in something that I should not be making these bugs in. Alright, let's use this test case as well. Should get 125. Too easy. Send it. Or any more bugs? Easiest way to find them is just send it. Time to exceed it, man. I had a feeling this little weird cache wouldn't work. So I got something else for them, man. Don't you worry. What is it gonna be? I got something for them. I'm gonna not use a map. And I'm gonna go to a string. And then I'm gonna make a string, man. I could probably make a more efficient string than this, I think. And have it represented as a number. Should we try that? I think so. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna be like I times 3 digits, 6 digits, time. So if I multiplied it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I multiply it by a million, yeah, and then I'm gonna add j times 1, 2, 3, 1,000. Yeah. This is it. I'm gonna just use this as my cache. And then remainder, just add it like that, man. And this is an int now. And then I can just, when it's an unordered map, you just find it. Let me see if this works. I've had too many wrong submissions. 125, big number. All right, I think this is a lot faster probably. I'm gonna use this test case just to prove it. Look at that, easy, too easy. I'm gonna send it. Come on, man. How's he gonna do it to me again? All right, let me think a little bit more. Jesus Christ. Should I just use my regular 3D vector? The reason why I don't use that is because the score could be negative, man. You fell for their trap? What you talking about? All right. I got something else. I got something else for them. I think it's real close. Oh man, it's not even close. It's 36 and its timeline exceeds. Hold on. Chromantic King. Yeah, deep in the LeetCode tonight. Tonight is a training night. Yeah. Trying to. I think I can solve this. I'm so close. All right, I have another idea. Instead of using this map, which maybe it's like hashing is costly, so I'm gonna go back to my 3D vector, and then figure out a way to do this. Maybe I'll have a double 3D vector. Yeah, so M size N first, vector, vector, then I'm gonna hit them with the M, then I'm gonna hit them with the remainder. And then I'll actually do another cache. I don't know if this is weird, man. Contains, has, and I'm gonna just use this as a bool. Actually, these should be not ints, but long longs. Dang, no, it's too long. So I'm gonna use two caches, man. Can I do that? So we don't need this weird key thing. We're just gonna check if cache has ij remainder, then we return it. Return cache ij remainder. Otherwise, ij remainder equals that. And then I'm gonna just set cache has ij remainder equals true. This hopefully works. It should be faster than using the map as the cache, but remainder is supposed to be k here. Come on, line 19. What they talking about, man? Shit. I gotta give them a +1 for everything for good luck. Just to see. Maybe it's like going out of bounds, man. K +1, especially for the remainder. All right, now we're talking business. Ooh, does that look right? I think so. All right, I'm sending it again. If this doesn't work, I'm all out of ideas. It's too easy. Dang, my runtime is whack though. How do people do this? AK, yeah, it's been my first AK in a long time. I had to do some. I've never done this technique before. using a double cache. And I'm not even sure if a single cache would work, just because the cache values could actually be negative. So normally I'd set this original cache to negative ones, and I'll check if it is negative, then don't use it. But I did this weird thing, and it seems to have worked just enough to pass. So yeah, that felt good, finally AKing a contest. I felt like I was always making progress on every problem that I was doing. Even if I was getting a wrong answer, I was like, oh, I know I got that wrong answer. Let me see if I can improve it. Or like all the things I was coding, I was a little bit skeptical. Like using that map with the weird key in the first thing, I knew that maybe it might pass, maybe not. I had to try it though. Why is the time still running? I guess that's how it is. Wait, let me see what I would have landed on my rankings. Dang, 1745. That's, I guess, decent. Someone please redeem a type racer? Nah. Yeah, that was my first 4 out of 4 for a LeetCode contest since like 1999 or something, man. Let me see, my last 4 out of 4. Real long time ago. September 21st, 2024, man. Anyways. Spoop, they don't have no money for you, don't defense. Alright, what are we gonna do now? I don't know. Downtime when? When is this? 10 p.m. UTC. Whoever redeems a type racer, I'm gifting them a sub. Hey, can I redeem one? If I redeem one, what does that mean? Vibe coding paying dividends? For who? For me? Not yet. I don't know. Hey, Leet Whale wants that gifted sub. Leet Whale knows what's up. Alright, type racer time. AK'd Leet Whale, you were right. I think you're the one who told me you thought I could AK that contest. So you're pretty honed in on my abilities, Leet Whale. You know my skill level for sure. Hey, don't defense. Thank you very much for that gifted sub. Don't defense. Thank you so much, man. Look at that. So many medals and stars. Alright, here we go. Type racer. First race is the warm-up. Second race, championship round. Dang, don't defense 105. Guest 97. Spoopdy 88. And guest 81. Icy Black Deep 73, man. 73 from Colombia. Look at that. Slowest speed 73. That's pretty fast still. Alright, that was just the warm-up, so don't you worry. Championship round is about to begin. Are we ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. Dang, this is gonna be a slow one. Too easy out here, man. Where's Don't Defense at? All the way back there. Spooped it with the 102. And Don't Defense about to rage quit, man. You don't have any sub emotes? Hey, I need some, Leet Whale. I've been meaning to add sub emotes for like 4 years now. Is that Dvorak or Corsi? This is a Corsi, man. Paid to win and lost. Hey, sometimes it happens. Don't Defense. My C key popped off in the middle of that. Dang. And he still got the 72. Alright, 114. That race was smooth for me. It had a lot of words that I typed fast. Like important. I can hit that real fast. And because I type those words a lot, you know. Alright, no refunds, Don't Defense. 114. Myself as the champion. Hey, Sergeant Pepper, what's happening? Hey, did I just win back-to-back championships, man? On my own stream? I don't think I've ever won back-to-back. Hold up. No. I've only won back-to-back championships one time in 2022, and it's not even on the same day. It's like different days. Giving hope in the warm-up? Nah, I don't like to give hope, but you know, I like to think of myself as clutch. I just don't take practice seriously sometimes, man. What's happened? Endless Curiosity. Mac OS, it's alright. I haven't done anything too crazy, but I don't know, man. I guess I got 2 weeks to decide if I'm gonna keep this beast of a machine or if I should just return it and buy a graphics card, like a cheap graphics card, and fix my old machine and wait for the next generation to come out and then buy it. I don't know. Do you have your OBS backed up, or how do you move it to the Mac so fast? I just recreated my scenes. I don't have it backed up. This, what kind of machine is it? It's a dang Mac Studio M3 Ultra, 96 gigs. It's quite expensive, man. From zero. Well, I copied over my JSON settings, and then like my stream isn't too hard to recreate. I already have my stream overlays that I just paste in the browser URL, and then I just do the camera thing. It's not, maybe like 15-20 minutes. I'm hoping for M5 Pro or M5 Max MacBook Pro in the next couple of months. Yeah, I don't know if I want a MacBook Pro because I already have a MacBook Air. So I think having a Pro and an Air MacBook is like not a great diverse arsenal, you know what I'm saying? You got lots of time when you aren't employed officially. Wait, lots of time for what? Who has lots of time? How old is the old machine? The old machine I've had since 2020, and it has a 5900X CPU. It has a no GPU because it's broken, and I don't even know what, 32 gigs of who knows what type of RAM. Oh, you got lots of time when you for a cent on my stream, yeah. M3 Ultra must be nice. Local models running. No, I don't have any local models running. But I hear it can run like maybe GLM, maybe, I don't know. People are saying you probably need to get 256 gigs to run like the real good models locally. But we'll see. You got a Porsche to a 1 mile commute? Did I? Hey, I can rent it for free though. I'm just taking it for a test drive, man. Alright, what time? We got a few more minutes. 50 minutes. What should we do? Do more problems or 256 gigs cost about 10,000. Yeah, I mean that's about how much a fully loaded Mac Studio costs. Anyways, yeah, I don't know if I want to spend that much money right now. I don't even have a job, man. But I did get a severance check, so you know who's sponsoring this spending spree. It's my severance check. Have you done this problem? I don't think so. 58%. Should I do it? Is that what you're asking? I could try and do it. Is it a troll problem, man? Minimum moves to equal array elements. Given an integer array nums of size n, return the minimum number of moves required to make all array elements equal. In one move, you can increment n-1 elements of the array by 1. So you can you can decrement every number except one number. So what does that mean for us? Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, the answer is 3 because 2 elements. So the first time, wait, what? You can increment, not decrement. Why did I say decrement? Because I saw a -1 there. So you can increment, and we need to know how many moves to make everything equal. So of course we want to increment the smaller numbers first, and then that one, and then so in 3 moves. It was in your brain? What you talking about? Let's think. So is the move to always increment the smaller ones? And can you solve this with math? Maybe. Min heap Q? I don't know, man. It's possible. Can you do it with math though? And the numbers are pretty large, so I don't think they want us to literally simulate. I think with the min heap or the priority queue or whatever, that might be more like simulating like how many moves until you do it. But with these numbers, it feels like simulation would be too long to solve with that method. So I'm thinking we must be able to batch updates or like batch increments, so we're not just incrementing one round at a time. Otherwise, if the maximum number is 1 billion and the minimum number is -1 billion, it's going to take like 2 billion iterations to get to the answer with simulation. So I'm thinking, I don't know yet. Is the array always sorted? I don't think so. That is not what they give. But I'm thinking of using a map, which is a sorted data structure, and then doing something with that. Because then you can see what the difference between the top two elements are, and then you know you need at least that many iterations in that batch. Like you can go from the biggest number and the second biggest number, and then that's it. I think it must be something like that, man. So, but how do we move all of those numbers at once if we use a map? You know, because that's a lot of dang numbers to be shifting around at once. So I'm thinking maybe we don't literally need a map, but we need some way. Maybe it is a priority queue actually. Spooked. I don't ever remember the difference between the min heap and the max heap, but whichever one, maybe where the top number is on top, the biggest numbers, you know. Let me see. Max puts the biggest numbers first, min is the reverse. Huh, maybe that's an easy way to think. I always get them confused. Sir Lord Good. Contest rating. I don't have a high contest rating. Here's my profile. I don't think I'm a 1900 right now. I think I'm probably closer to an 1800 right now. Q Ultimus, welcome to the party. Hold on. Which problem we're trying to do again? Yeah, close it. It's a lot solved. Yeah, I've been practicing LeetCode since 2020. 6 years, man. Can't believe it. 6 dang years of LeetCode. Alright, so we gotta batch things, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do this immediately. Sorting, priority queue, batching the updates, running that in a loop maybe. I'm working my way through the math section on LeetCode because I keep getting tripped up with those types of questions. Yeah, I'd say math is probably one of my weaker topics on LeetCode. The fact that you have to increment n-1 elements all at once is throwing me off. Yeah, that's an interesting curveball for sure. This means that for sure it's possible to go above the max. Like in example 1. You know, the max is originally 3, but then the answer is actually 444. I wonder if there is some type of math that can tell you if you're gonna, I'm sure there's some way you can derive some observation using math here. Would it be easier to think about it in reverse? Decrement that endless curiosity, man. That is a good point. I think That's usually on my checklist, but I didn't think of that this time. Usually when they ask you to get to some target array by incrementing or decrementing, sometimes it's good to think about what if you started from the target array and worked your way to the original. But in this case, we're not sure what the target array would be, but perhaps we could calculate it, but I'm also not sure how you'd calculate that. Maybe if you can calculate the target array, then it's just the difference between the minimum number and that target array, but I don't know how to get that target array. Do you work in software dev? Not anymore. Well, I don't know, man. I don't have a job right now. And I'm probably not gonna have a job for a long time. My brute force idea is too slow, but it works. Oh yeah, for sure. I'd say the simulation works, but just gonna be too slow here. So we must batch these updates 100%. That is something I realize. I'm just not sure how to batch it, man. Maybe if we just started like writing things down, maybe we can notice a pattern or some more examples. But man, I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Alright, man. The guy with the redemptions finally paid him off. Yeah, right, man. Alright. You have to consider negatives too. Yeah, but I'm not sure negatives changes anything really. I have a solution, man, but it's all vibes. Can't prove why it would work. Hey, you can say your solution. I don't think I like to think about the problem, but I don't really care about solving it myself, man. I'm kind of approaching the end of the night, you know, winding down. So if you want to say what you're thinking, I'm happy to hear it. Wait, you want to see how I get there? Jeez. Alright, what I'm thinking is we gotta find out the difference between the largest and the second largest element, and then figure out maybe we can have like a number that's going to be called increased by or whatever, like, and we can increase every number in the queue by this thing or whatever. And then maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe something like that, where you keep track of how many times, but then how do you know? Maybe you have to also keep track of how many times the top number did not get incremented or something, man. It's hard. It's hard. Or maybe you keep track of how many times it did not get incremented in the priority queue. And then say you have the top two, you pop the top one, you mark something in the top one that says I've missed my increment by 1. Then you change that increment number, and then you keep looping through until like everything is the same. But how do you know if everything is the same? I don't know. So these are my ideas going through my head right now. Some way of tracking some constant that we've added. Also keeping track of how many times a number never got incremented. And then doing something like that. The biggest number shouldn't need to be incremented. Yes. That's why I'm thinking maybe you got to keep track of that though. Maybe get the difference between the biggest and smallest, and then check to see if other values in the array need to be incremented by that much. Hey, that we might be onto something. I was thinking the difference between the biggest and the second largest, but between the biggest and the smallest, that makes maybe some sense, because you know at a bare minimum you gotta increment that smallest one at least the difference of that. But we gotta figure out what happens with all the other numbers. Are they gonna overflow? You know, like overflow meaning higher than the biggest number. It's likely that you have some, and then you gotta figure out the next biggest after that. Maybe that's the loop and that we run instead of doing 1 by 1. Maybe we do that spooply. Actually, I like that thinking spooply. Maybe I'm gonna explore that a little bit more now. What about the difference between each element and the smallest element? I don't know. And then what would we do with that queue? I'm gonna go with what spooply. Wait, let me think. We run the difference between the smallest and the biggest. Wait, alright, endless curiosity. Let me hear what you're saying. My idea was find the smallest value, iterate over the array, and for each element, find the difference to the smallest, accumulate the differences. Well, that's same thing Q is saying, endless curiosity. But then, and then what? Because you gotta increment everything. Anyways, how are we gonna do this? Biggest, smallest, 100%. You gotta add those. But how do you know which ones to add? But number of times incrementing n minus 1 is the number of times decrementing one element. That's where the vibes is. I can't prove that equality. Hey. But the same problem happens though, right? You could decrement something and it goes beyond the smallest element. Like it gets even smaller than the smallest element that you took initially. Like that smallest element could even get smaller if you start decrementing. But yeah, I hear what you're saying though. I just don't know how to put everything together for this problem, man. Leet Whale knows the answer. He's just chilling, watching us struggle, or what? Leet Whale enjoys watching everyone struggle. Alright, 30 minutes. Can I solve it in 30 minutes? Should I try the batch thing? Maybe there's some mathematical pattern that we can detect if we did just some random examples, like let's say 1, 3, 7, 10. So this answer, who knows? Let's say we did the difference between the largest and the smallest. That's 9. So let's add 9 to everything but the largest number. That's 10. It's 12, 16, and 10. And what if we did that again? So the difference is 6. So if we added 6 to everything, 18. Except this, 16, 16. And then what if we now added 2 to everything? 18, 18, 18, 18. Then that would take 4 tries. I'm gonna see if that test case, this is the idea that Spoopty made me think about when he said take the difference between the biggest and the smallest, when I was only thinking about the biggest and the second biggest. So the answer in that case, I don't know. I can't do quick math. 17 plus 15 plus 11 plus 8. No. The answer is 3. Oh, moves. So we don't care about how much. It's the actual moves. 1, 2, 3. Maybe this is the way, Spoopty. Maybe it is the way. What are you trying to say? I'm trying to implement that right now. How are we gonna implement it though? So let's just should just throw it in a while loop, man. Because they say the answer is guaranteed to fit in a 32-bit integer. Oh, wait. Ah, that makes me feel like this cycle could be too slow. Feels like you have to constantly do increments all largest, smaller until they're equal. Yeah, I'm not sure though. This kind of throws me off, man. Cause that's it doesn't say it will be up to 32 bits. It just says it will fit. So maybe I shouldn't think about that too much. Rana Creed, what's happening? What's happening? Alright, so here we go, man. I just need to remember the max, and I need to remember the min. Alright, this is tripping me out, but let's do it. Min, max, iterate through. Oh, this is kind of weird, man. But I'll see if I can create a solution that almost passes. So I get the mins and the maxes, and then I'm going to not increment only one max. Yeah. So now, all right. Man, but then how do I keep track? Do I have to like iterate over again, man? That's a lot of iterations, you know? So this is to stop incrementing the maximum number. Maybe that's a bad Boolean name, man. Already skipped max, maybe. What's the difference? I don't know, man. Let's see what's up. It's not even a correct answer. Let me try that. Why would that not work? 1, 2, 3. Then we get 3, 4, 3. Then we get 4, 4, 4. Why is that not working? Why am I saying 3? How's that 3, man? Two elements. Oh. Hold on. 0. Then I go here. No. Yes, we go here. You know what? I'm just gonna see out right now because it's getting to the end of my night and my brain juice is running low. Oh snap, I got it. Hold up, hold up. 3, 4, 3? What am I talking about here? Oh, you know what? No. I'm so confused. This looks right to me, but they're saying it's 1, 2. Oh wait, look, 3. I'm missing 2, 3, 3. Oh, come on, man, because it's not plus plus. I'm adding the difference, man. My bad. I apologize for wasting everybody's time there. Let's see if this works. I think it's too slow. It is too slow. The code guy, what's happening? Can you explain the question? How can I explain? You gotta figure out how many moves it takes to get all the elements equal. And the rules are you gotta increment every number except one number in the array. So I came up with a solution that's too slow. Oh dang, the vibes were good. Very nice, man. Wait, why go to 4? Isn't that further? Wait, endless curiosity. So you're saying, what did you do? Took the difference. Is it the same thing you're talking about? You go in, so this is 1, and this difference would be 2, and then it's just that answer? The difference between... How's that work, man? Yeah. Maybe I'm tripping or something. What am I looking at here? So you get the sum of everything, then you get the minimum, and then you subtract. How does that work though? What? Duke of Hazard. What's happening, man? How you doing? Hey, no worries about the raid. Tim 3M, what's happening? Aren't you just looking for the smallest number and then add up how far every number is from it? How does that work, man? You guys are crazy. You're taking the difference between all values and the minimum, and then some. Yeah, but I don't see it, man. Math. Yeah, that's my weak point. Endless curiosity. What is auto? Auto just tries to infer what the variable might be. Like, I guess it knows that numbers is a vector of integers, so auto would be like, alright, n must be an int. You guys have some math goggles on because I don't see it still. I can't see it. So we take. Alright, so like this one would have 2 plus 6 plus 9. What's that? 17? What did you say you did again? I don't know. Let's say you sort nums. How do you get nums 0 to equal nums 1? After you get nums 0 equal to nums 1, what should you do next? Work the example like 1, 3, 6, 10. Oh, I was close to this one. 1, 3, 6, 10. But you gotta move. You gotta increment all the numbers though. Maybe that's throwing me off. Like you're saying it takes 2 moves to get from here to here. But then this also increases those numbers, right? Wouldn't that kind of affect things? Alright, let's say we added 2 to get these two equal. So it'd be 1, 2, but then these would move 2, right? And then to get this, it's 5 moves. But then this would move as well. So far we have 2. And then if we did 5 moves, 8, 8, 8. And this would be how much? And then now we gotta move everything up to 17. So was that the answer? Wait, what was it? 7? And then now it's like 9? I don't know, man. It is interesting. I guess I still can't see it, man. The other numbers move too. Yeah, that's crazy. I guess my math game is just weak. Okay, for a second, forget about incrementing n minus 1 elements. Just think about decrementing one number. How many times would you have to decrement one number to make them all equal? Wait, one number. Yeah, so if we're decrementing each thing, it would just be the difference between the minimum and these numbers, right? So this one would be 1 time, 2 times, 3 times total there. But I still can't see. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a math brain. Oh, decrementing one element is the same as incrementing n minus 1 elements. That's a crazy observation, man. It's so obvious when you say it. But man, is it the same? It seems like it is the same. So instead of incrementing n minus 1, we can just say this is just decrementing one element. And then it would be... That's insane, man. I never thought of it that way. I suppose that's the vibes you're talking about, man. I need some of those vibes. And then what LeetWhale did is also crazy. Like, how do you even know that you can do that without messing up the answer, you know? Like, just sort them and then go upwards? I wouldn't even think that would work. The resulting array wouldn't be the same thing, but we aren't simulating, we're just counting steps. Yeah. There are some very good observations from everybody, man. Junior? What kind of topic is Junior, man? Math questions. Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying now, Endless Curiosity. I think you said it in a way that made perfect sense to me. Before, I was just not seeing it, man. But after what you said, it's so clear. Anyways, that was a good problem. I like that one. It was fun to think about, even though I never really got to the solution I wanted. I did come up with a shit solution. It's just not fast enough, man. But I enjoyed that one, especially everybody also thinking about it at the same time. Alright, I'm kind of tired, man. I don't know. You guys think I should just end stream a little early? Same? Yeah, Spoopty, you had some nice ideas. For sure. I think we all started from the brute force idea and we slowly optimized, but you know, it was still fun even though I didn't get it. Whew. So I have a date, guys. I have a final date. How long this season of streaming will last before I take another break. I'm going to be streaming until... I don't know the exact date, but I'll guess until about the end of April, beginning of May. That's when I'll be streaming until before I take like a 6-week break or 1 or 2 month break. But I'll be on pretty much every day for the next 2 or 3 months. Yeah. And I take a little break, and then it will continue sometime in July or something. Is that a Master Chief chair? It is. It's a dang Halo chair, man. I don't know if I'd buy it again though. I played a lot of Halo growing up, but it's not like I play Halo today or anything, you know. But I do remember playing tons of Halo, original Halo, Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3 even. I think Halo 3 was the last Halo I really played a lot. I was like a freshman or sophomore in college or something. Alright. I'm gonna end a little bit early today, man, because I got no more brain juice and it's late. I'm sitting on a chair from Target. I was working at Kmart when Halo 3 came out. Yeah, dang. Yeah. I remember when I lined up to get Halo 3, man. It was like a midnight release. And I waited until the dang game came out. Alright, what are we gonna do, man? Who are we gonna raid? LeetCoders. Where are they at? My first day at GameStop was a Halo 3 midnight release? That's crazy. Because I was probably there, man. Did the midnight release and everything. Yeah. Everyone was coming back because all the regular discs were scratched. I don't know. I definitely lined up for a midnight thing. And I remember this was probably the beginning of my bad grades in college. I must have played that game 24/7 for the first 2 weeks, man. I was in the top 100 in the leaderboards for like a week, and then I couldn't keep up. And I started to fail all my classes. Anyways, we gotta raid somebody. This guy's doing LeetCode. Oh, he's doing AdCoder. Crazy. Let's go raid this guy, man. Find any good games recently? Man, what did I play recently? Oh, I've been playing Final Fantasy Remake Q. And I've been playing it on the controller. And I think I got an injury from holding that dang controller so long. My old ass hands aren't made to hold controllers that long anymore. Anyways, raiding this guy. I hope he's not leaving because we're about to get in there. My girlfriend and I have just been playing World of Warcraft. Hey, isn't Midnight WoW coming out soon or something like that? Yeah, I think it's getting better, man. Oh no, we're raiding this guy. He's just got up to leave, man. Hopefully he's just going to pee or something. Anyways, see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow for vibe coding and more algorithms this weekend. I guess Saturday. So see you later, everybody. Q Ultima Spoopdy. Have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. Duke of Hazard, carpal tunnel. Yeah, I don't think it's carpal tunnel, man. I just think it's whatever repetitive thing, something. IV Champion, hello and goodbye. Thank you for tuning in. I'm leaving. I'll be on tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Endless Curiosity. Have a good night. Thank you for all the tips for those algorithms, man. That was fun. Leet Whale. Adios, amigo. Tim3M. See you later. I don't know if you're still around. Hey, Tim3M. You work at 3M? I got a cousin that works there. Anyways, We're about to go raid this guy, man. He just got back. Let's blow up his chat with nice messages. See you later. See you later, YouTube. Wait, who's on YouTube?